Ciao, I'm Isa Hamzak and welcome to Italy. This country's more than just a boot kicking out into the Mediterranean. It's a treasure chest overflowing with art, culture, history, and some of the most delicious food you'll ever eat. Over the next few minutes, we're going to go beyond the tourist traps and discover the heart and soul of Italy. So grab your walking shoes, your appetite for adventure, and let's get going. First stop, Rome. Rome's a bustling city, but also a living museum. Stand in the Colosseum, feel the energy of 50,000 spectators. Toss a coin into the Trevi Fountain, ensuring your return. Visit St. Peter's Basilica, a Renaissance masterpiece. Stroll through Trastevere with its ivy-covered buildings and lively piazzas. Next up, we travel to Florence, a city that embodies the spirit of the Renaissance. Art lovers come to see masterpieces by Michelangelo, Donatello, and Botticelli. No trip is complete without visiting the Duomo, designed by Brunelleschi. Take a stroll across the Ponte Vecchio, the only bridge spared during World War II. Get ready to set sail because we're off to Venice. Built on a lagoon, Venice is a labyrinth of canals and bridges. The best way to experience it? By gondola. Glide through the canals and past Grand Palazzos. Visit St. Mark's Square, the heart of the city. As the sun sets, watch the city transform into a magical spectacle. Next, we're heading south to the Amalfi Coast, a breathtaking stretch of coastline dotted with pastel-colored villages clinging to sheer cliffs. The drive along the Amalfi Coast is an adventure in itself. Our first stop is Positano, the most picturesque town on the Amalfi Coast. Spend your days here exploring the winding streets, browsing the boutiques, or simply relaxing on the beach. Just a short ferry ride away is Capri, an island of rugged cliffs, hidden coves, and luxurious villas. Take a boat trip to the Blue Grotto, a sea cave where the water glows an otherworldly blue. Now let's head inland to Tuscany, a region of rolling hills, vineyards, and cypress-lined roads. This is where you come to experience the Italian way of life. Slow down, savor the food and wine, and enjoy the company of friends and family. Our first stop is Siena, a medieval city with a rich history and culture. Its main square, Piazza del Campo, is one of the most beautiful in Italy. And of course, no trip to Tuscany would be complete without a visit to a winery. The Chianti region is known for its Sangiovese grapes, which produce some of Italy's most famous red wines. Next, we're off to Cinque Terre, 5 colourful villages perched on cliffs overlooking the Ligurian Sea. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a hiker's paradise with trails connecting the villages and offering breathtaking views of the coastline. Start your journey in Riomaggiore, the southernmost village, and hike north to Manarola, the smallest of the 5. From there, continue on to Corniglia, perched high on a cliff top. Vernazza, with its picturesque harbour, is next. Our next stop is Verona, a city with a romantic heart. Immortalized by Shakespeare in Romeo and Juliet, Verona is a city that will capture your imagination. Visit Juliet's house with its famous balcony and leave a love letter in the courtyard. But Verona is more than just a setting for a Shakespearean tragedy. It's also home to the Verona Arena, a remarkably well-preserved Roman amphitheatre that still hosts operas and concerts today. And for a taste of Verona's culinary scene, head to Piazza del Erbe, a lively square lined with cafes and restaurants. Finally, we arrive at Lake Como, a place of serene beauty and understated elegance. Surrounded by mountains, Lake Como has been a retreat for the rich and famous for centuries. Rent a boat and explore the lake at your own pace, stopping to admire the opulent villas that line the shore. Bellagio, known as the Pearl of Lake Como, is a must-see. Stroll along the lakefront promenade, browse the designer boutiques, and enjoy a leisurely lunch at one of the many cafes. And for the best views of Lake Como, take a funicular up to Brunate, a small village perched high above the lake. So, there you have it, just a taste of what Italy has to offer. From the ancient ruins of Rome to the canals of Venice and the rolling hills of Tuscany, Italy is a country that will stay with you long after you've said arrivederci. Whether you seek art, romance, or adventure, Italy has something for everyone. Thank you for joining us, and arrivederci.